Meghan Markle, America's sweetheart, has gone insane after being exposed by Joe. Yeah, just when the whole sucks-ass brand appeared to be stabilizing or at least regrouping from its mass hemorrhaging, one of the most persistent whispers attached to Meghan's pre-royal life has resurfaced yet again. And this time, it's louder, messier, and far harder to contain. Now, at the center of the renewed storm is the name royal watchers have heard before, but never quite pinned down. Joe Guiliano, sometimes referenced as Joseph Goldberg Giuliano, a Boston-based criminal defense attorney from a well-established Italian-American family. Now, for years, his name has hovered on the edges of Meghan's early adulthood like an unresolved footnote. Not officially acknowledged, not legally substantiated, but never truly erased either. The claim, which has circulated in online forums since at least 2017, suggests that Meghan and Joey were not just casually dating in their early 20s, but were involved in something far more serious. Yeah, according to the rumor, the relationship escalated quickly, allegedly reaching the level of a brief marriage or a near marriage that ended abruptly after his family reportedly rejected Meghan's Hollywood ambitions and background. The most extreme versions of the story allege an annulment, airtight NDAs, in a concentrated effort to scrub the chapter clean before her career took off. There is no public record supporting a legal marriage. No certificate, no annulment filing, zilch, no court documentation. And that absence is precisely why the story refuses to die. Because in this day and age of digital sleuthing, silence is often interpreted as a strategy, or an admission of guilt, depending on the circle. Now, what's verifiable is the timeline Meghan herself has never disputed. After graduating from Northwestern University in 2003, she spent several years hustling, aka working service jobs, auditioning, networking, and doing what countless aspiring actors do to survive. Now, somewhere in that whole transitional mess, she dated Joe. Former classmates and acquaintances have acknowledged that the two were a couple. Where the debate begins is how serious that relationship actually was, and why it ended so cleanly, so completely, and with so little trace. Now, officially, Meghan's farce-documented marriage remains to Trevor Engelson. Their relationship began around 2004 or 2005, leading to marriage in 2011 and divorce in 2013. She even made her ex-husband sign a contract that he would give her luxury treatment if she gave birth to their child.
And another Daily Mail TV exclusive, too posh to push. Meghan Markle made her first husband agree to a pregnancy contract to make sure that she was afforded every possible luxury if she gave birth to their child.
I'm thinking of a word that rhymes with flarcicist. Here's the thing though, those records exist. They've been reviewed, they've been scrutinized, they've been cross-checked repeatedly, especially during the intense media vetting ahead of her engagement to Prince Kermit the Frog Harry. British tabloids, private investigators, and royal correspondents searched aggressively for any sign of a prior marriage and came up empty-handed. And yet, rumors rarely survive this long without feeding into a larger narrative that people already believe. See, Meghan's critics point to a recurring theme in her personal history: strained relationships, disapproving families, and abrupt exits once circumstances no longer served her trajectory. Trevor Engelson's circle reportedly grew distant after her career accelerated. The royal family famously expressed concerns early on. Even members of her own extended family have spoken publicly, and often bitterly, about being cut off. Within that context, the whole Giuliano story feels almost inevitable. Another chapter of rejection. Another family that allegedly saw red flags really early on. Another door that closed before Meghan could worm and weasel her way in and rewrite the script. And then there's the most explosive layer, the one that ensures the story never truly dies. The claim, resurfacing every few years with renewed fervor, that Meghan secretly gave birth to a child during her relationship with Guiliano and relinquished parental rights so the child could be raised privately by his family. Meghan's half-sister also verified this allegation. Okay, so no proof has ever emerged. No credible witness has gone on record. But blurry photos, anonymous accounts, and vague family-friend testimonials continue to circulate. Okay, each time the rumor spikes, the pattern is eerily consistent. Accounts get suspended, posts vanish without a trace, threads are wiped, and Meghan's PR operation goes into lockdown mode. See, according to insiders quoted during the most recent resurgence, the fallout behind the scenes was immediate. Scheduled appearances quietly disappeared from calendars. Brand partners paused promotions. Arkwell's public-facing activities slowed to a crawl. Perhaps most tellingly of all, Meghan's remaining Hollywood allies, the ones who once praised her authenticity and bravery, suddenly became unavailable. The Matacito's social bubble, already fragile, grew noticeably quieter. Now, at the same time, Meghan and Harry were reportedly involved in yet another awkward celebrity moment, declining photo consent at a high-profile event, forcing hosts to remove images rather than risk success disapproval. Now, in isolation, it seemed super petty AF. In context, it reinforced a growing perception of a couple obsessively attempting to control optics while losing control of the narrative they fought so hard to bend and twist. Now, behind the scenes, rumors swirled that Meghan attempted to reach out privately to Guiliano, allegedly hoping to resolve misunderstandings. Now, if true, the attempt failed. He didn't respond, and that silence, calculated or coincidental, became its own kind of statement. Because Joe has never spoken publicly about Meghan Markle, not once, not in interviews, not through representatives, not even via leaks. And as a practicing attorney with an established career, the guy's got very little incentive to enter a tabloid feeding frenzy. No, yeah, media outlets would pay handsomely for his version of events, yet the guy has remained completely absent from the conversation. And naturally, that absence fuels speculation on both sides. To supporters, it's proof that there's nothing to say. To critics, it's evidence of discretion enforced by legal agreements. In reality, it's simply a vacuum, and the internet despises a vacuum. Now, what makes this episode particularly destabilizing for Meghan is what it represents symbolically. See, the Guiliano rumor isn't just about a possible past relationship, it's about control, about origins, about the version of herself that Meghan worked tirelessly to present. The self-made, principled outsider who overcame adversity through resilience alone. Now, this story, true or not, challenges that mythology. It paints a picture of early ambition, strategic reinvention, and willingness to sever ties when circumstances no longer align. As one commentator so bluntly put it doesn't accuse her of wrongdoing, it accuses her of calculation. And that distinction matters. Harry, according to sources familiar with the couple's dynamics, once again urged caution, retreat, silence, let the storm burn itself out. But Meghan has never been comfortable disappearing. Every attempt to subtly redirect attention only intensified scrutiny. Every carefully worded maneuver was dissected for hidden meaning. And so the rumor persists. Not because it's proven, but because it fits too neatly into an existing framework. As of now, nothing has changed materially. Meghan and Harry remain in California. Their children remain their children. No documents have surfaced, no interviews have been given, no legal action has been taken. The story exists exactly where it always has, in the gray zone between speculation and obsession. And perhaps that's why it endures. Because until someone produces concrete evidence, until Guiliano himself speaks, the rumor remains unresolved. Not confirmed, not debunked, just lingering like a bad cabbage fart. A reminder that no matter how carefully a public image is constructed, the past has a nasty way of tapping on the glass at the worst possible moment. For Meghan Markle, this isn't just another piece of gossip, it's a reminder that reinvention has limits, and the internet, unlike reality, never abdicates.